Okay, Coach Woods, obviously, talk about this year's men's cross-country team at SUNY Geneseo. Obviously, you got some special things going on.
Well, when you consider that we lost Lee Berube, Eddie Novara, and Mark Streb, 3 great All-Americans, and Berube, 9-time All-American, Novara, 5-time All-American. Nobody was expecting too much of us, but we have a lot of depth. We had a lot of kids improve, a lot of guys improve in track, indoor and outdoor last year. They really came on, so we thought we had something special. And I got to single out Chris Moore, who would be in that top 5 had he not had his Achilles hurt this year at the beginning of the year. But he really got guys together this summer and just kept peppering them with a lot of positive things about the team. And this team, and I think Coach Moore will agree that this team came in without a doubt the fittest team I've ever seen come in. Individuals would come in fit each year, but as a whole, the team, there'd be guys that we'd have to really kind of develop. But these guys, every one of them was fit. So.
Coach, you've been a 9-time SUNYAC Coach of the Year. Your women, men have combined for 21 SUNYAC titles, 10 by the men, 11 by the women. You got some great kids that come here. Talk about just the whole philosophy of how do you become a great runner in this program?
Well, showing up to start. We recruit, Dan and I, we're just, before you guys got here, we got, 2 Long Island kids and 1 Queensbury kid that we're trying to get here. They're very good runners. We throw our net out there pretty far and try to bring in as many kids as we get. We take who we can, but it's very difficult to recruit here because of the high academics. And but cross-country runners tend to have good, academics. And these kids, and Dan will agree, I'm sure, that these kids are the best kids. They're great attitudes. They want to win. They want to be the best runners they could be. So it's really, we all start on the same page. There's nobody that's on this team that doesn't want to be good. So they're up, they believe in the system. They believe in the program. They believe in what we've been doing for 21 years here. And, they come in knowing that they're going to have to work their butt off to get anywhere. So I think they're all prepped when they come in. That, they know what they got to deal with.
So, Coach Moore, come over from Waco. Obviously, you spent some time here previous to that. You did a great job building up a program in Waco that was already kind of there, but you really took it to another level. Talk about what your responsibilities are now at SUNY.
My responsibilities are to assist Coach Mike Woods and get these kids to believe in a system that's worked so well for the past 21 years. I ran for Woodsy from 2002 to 2006. And so I know the program inside and out as an athlete, and now I'm understanding it even better as a coach, and it's just to get these guys to believe in Woodsy's system that's worked for so long.
So talk about what it takes to be a SUNY Geneseo runner. I mean, obviously, you just don't show up the first day of practice. What goes into being that top team that you guys are right now, shooting for a national title?
Coach Woods' motto is believe. And it first starts with a belief system. You got to believe that you can be on this team, you can run well on this team, and be competitive on this team. So it starts with believing in yourself, believing in your teammates, believing in your coaches. That's a motto that he ingrained in me as an athlete that I carried forward to the Waco athletes that I now continue with the Geneseo athletes. It's just believing in yourself, believing in your teammates, and you become on this team and you become a family with your teammates. You train with each other, you eat dinner with each other, you're studying with each other. It's such a family, such a team atmosphere that if they try to do this individually, they're not going to be as successful.
Alex, talk about how special it is to be kind of the leader of this group, the number 1 runner right now in this group that's chasing a national title.
It's pretty awesome because all my individual goals have been pretty much defined by the team. Looking forward to nationals, my whole idea the whole season was just make as little an impact on team scoring as possible. So it hasn't been you need to get All-American or top 10 or something like that. It's just help the team as much as I can.
What was your role last year? Where were you about on the squad last year?
Last year I didn't make the roster because I came in a little out of shape, but then I just worked hard from there. And
was that a motivating factor to you, Alex? Just
yes.
You know what happened last year? You want to get back on track?
That was a major motivating factor because to me that was just kind of like last straw type thing. All right, either you need to commit yourself really hard now or just fall off completely. So obviously I committed myself and bumped my mileage away.
What's about cross country running is that excites you? Why cross country running? You're out there running all these miles, nobody's around, nobody's paying attention. What excites you about cross country running?
Well, for me, it really emphasizes the team aspect of things because personally, I kind of bounce in between whether I like track or cross better. But right now, I'm totally focused on cross, and I like the team aspect of it. Plus, it's fun to get a little dirty sometimes, like if the course is a little messy. And
guys are ranked 5th right now in the country.
Yeah.
It's got to be pretty exciting, maybe chasing a national championship. Now, you talk about being part of the team. How great would that be to win a team national championship?
That's been one of our big goals kind of in the back of our head. And that would be awesome because it would be only the second time a cross team from Geneseo's won nationals, first time for the guys. And it would just be great.
Why not?
We're going around? Tom Clark, from the island. You're from Long Island. How'd you get to Geneseo?
It's a pretty long story. Actually, I went to Adelphi my freshman year of college. It was kind of like a safety school, but I ended up there because my brother went there. And I had a lot of fun, but I kind of wanted to get away from home. And I had a lot of people actually at my running camp. I went to the running school over the summers, and I had a lot of people telling me, Geneseo is a really good school. It's a state school, it's cheap, and great schooling, great running program. So I had it in the back of my mind. When I decided I wanted to transfer, I looked into Geneseo. I talked to Coach Woods. I came up and met a lot of guys on the team, and it seemed like a really good fit.
How exciting is this year's team? Obviously, right now you're ranked 5th in the country.
Yeah.
You got a couple big meets coming up, obviously. How exciting is it right now to be ranked 5th in the country right now? Pretty exciting.
It's pretty awesome. I mean, we lost 2 of our frontmen last year, and we knew we were going to be good this year, but we thought it would kind of be a little bit of a rebuilding year, and I'm kind of shocked at how good we're looking right now. We're looking better than ever. Me and Alex, Cohen, Ryan, Chris, Patrick, everyone's running so well right now.
Let's talk about the 2 local guys we got here. We got a couple local guys right from here in Livingston County.
Yeah.
Cohen Miles Rath and Ryan Moynihan, 2 great runners traditionally with the LCAA.
And as you can see right over there, there's my other brace of Tim Chichester and Bobby Henshin, two of the greatest runners ever in Livingston County. And, I told both those guys when they came in, I said, I just want you to represent Livingston County the best you can. And I said the same thing to Ryan and Cohen, and Ryan and Cohen are, Ryan Moynihan worked his butt off this summer and made a big, big jump. Cohen, was a little dinged up this summer, but he still is, he still is where he can be, and he and Ryan train real well together. So I'm so proud of those 2 guys because they're only sophomores. They're only just going to get better and better and better because they both have great work ethic, tremendous work ethic. As good as anybody on the team.
Okay, Ryan, talk about, this year, sophomore year. Coach said you really turned up your off-season program. Obviously, now you've elevated into one of the top 5. Talk a little bit about how it got there.
Yeah, well, I started this summer. I came off outdoor track season with a little bit of mono, so that set me back a little bit. But this summer, I really just focused on upping my mileage. Got up to 85 miles by the end of July, which is that's a lot for me, a lot for the team, a lot for anyone in general. But yeah, I've been hitting 85 miles a week for about 3 months now, and just that consistent mileage has got my aerobic base up and it's helped me run a lot faster.
Obviously, was the motivation there because you wanted to be in one of these scoring runners, one of the top 5? I mean, obviously, after last year, there's a very talented sophomore class that Coach talked about. Now you've kind of hit that level where you're at. Was that what motivated you?
Yeah, well, coming in freshman year, you don't really know what to expect, so that was a good start. But after learning what to expect freshman year and coming back, it's added incentive from last year. We were 4th, We're a competitive group of guys who want to come back and improve that 4th ranking. So, and every day I went out in the mileage, hit the roads, and I was thinking about that 4th place trophy and trying to make it a third, a second, or even a first.
When you're out there running, and it seems like your team chemistry, you guys are always running together in packs, and it just seems like this is a very close team. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's a very close team. Our seniors have done a great job with that. Even from the end of the last year in the track season, we had a couple of team meetings, and we set our goals forth and said everyone have a good summer, but keep those goals in mind and make sure you're running and keeping that mileage up and do it for the team. We're all about doing it for the team. No one's like individually based here. It's a big team sport.
Talk about your relationship with Colin Miles. Obviously, Colin Miles Rath was a stud in NCAA. You coached him. There's a great relationship between you two, a good chemistry. Talk about what he brings to the table.
I've known Cohen since he was a freshman in high school, and just seeing the development that he's gone through from freshman all the way up to senior, and then as a senior he broke the Livingston County record in the 2-mile. He was All-American in the 5K, and he will just say just all the stuff that I've done for him, but it's not me, it's him. He puts all of the hard work in. He deserves every ounce of credit that he's ever earned and received. But we have a really close relationship. He has no problem picking up the phone and giving me a phone call if he's ever got a worry or if he's got a tweak in his hamstring or anything. He can call me on a dime and not think twice about it. I'm there for all the athletes, him and the rest of the team, and I just want them to know that I believe in them so much. But that relationship, I don't know. It's hard to describe. We're real close. It's almost like we're family. I've got to know him. I've been over to his house. His parents have invited me over for dinner and things like that. And it's just a really close, neat working relationship that we have.
Okay, Colin, obviously, your great high school career at Wayland Cohocton. You ran for Coach Moore, who's here now as an assistant. Obviously you went to Fisher the first year. What brought you to Geneseo?
What brought me here was, at Fisher I was kind of the top because, I had no training partners, and what really intrigued me about this place was the amount of talent this team had, and I knew they finished 4th, so I really wanted to be on a team where I wasn't the front runner, where I could have runners to train with all the time, and that's really what brought me here, because in high school it was also like that, and I really wanted the experience with a team.
Talk about, obviously you and Ryan got a great relationship. You kind of ran against each other in high school, and now that competition's kind of came in. It's a good competition now,
yeah.
And it always has been, actually. Talk a little bit about the relationship with Ryan.
In high school we were competitive. We raced a mile, we raced everything together, and it was good for us then. And now we're working together for a common goal, which is amazing. We just have that good bond. We live together. We pretty much do a lot together, and this is our first year really together. So I'm really excited to experience it with him at Nationals.
Obviously, what are some of your goals coming in? With the SUNY you got coming up on October 27th in Fredonia, and then the national, the Atlantic Regionals November 10th at Genesee Valley Park. What are some of your goals? Where do you want to fit in?
Honestly, I just want to I want to maintain my spot on the team, but I want our team to succeed the most. I want to win SUNY. I want to win regionals and be very successful in nationals. It's all about team, really.
See, what's your relationship with Coach Moore? Obviously, you guys go way back. He's known you since you've been a freshman at Wayland Cohocton. We talked to him a little while ago. Talk about what your response would be to your relationship with Coach Moore.
He's definitely a huge influence on my life. With the success I had in high school, I know that he can take me even farther. And it's really great that I'm really happy that he's here so we can succeed together, because that's what we did in high school. And he's a huge influence on my life, even outside of college.
Coach, 21st season here at SUNY Geneseo, obviously a longtime teacher and coach at York.
Yeah.
What motivates you every year? What motivates Mike Woods?
Well, I said this to the kids before. I love being able to see somebody start at point A as a runner and advance to point C or D or whatever it is. That turns me on. That gets me going. I love to see kids improve from where they start, and that's what drives me. I have never lost that passion. I had it with Dan. When Dan came in as a freshman, Dan was, he was okay, but he wasn't anywhere near what I felt that he could be. By the end of his senior year, he was one of the best runners in the region and in the country. And he's continued that right along. That kind of stuff gets to me. I like that. I love to see kids improve, because not only is it good for them, running wise, but it's good for their whole psyche. They become better people as they improve, and then they realize that I always tell them that the limits are only the limits that you put there in front of yourself. You can break through those limits all the time, and that's what it takes in running. There are artificial barriers that they put there. They have to learn to break through those barriers. So I enjoy doing that.